Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour right here on Rapid Dawn. My name is Martha Alo. It has been throughout the morning. It still is. Okay, for the 9 o'clock hour on Wednesdays, what we do basically is have the girls seated right here in the studio. And today, the bone of contention is friendship, is snitching. You can apply it to relationships too, but I mean, for this morning, we're talking about friends. Is it a snitch situation or is just a connecting people, everybody be happy, harmony situation? That sounds a bit confusing now, but remember, we'll play a video to explain that to you. I have two very lovely girls seated right here in the studio, but today I'll let them do us the honor of telling us what their names are. Please, over to you, ma'am. Can you introduce yourself to us?
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Nenwarandu Wazaka. Yes, okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dolakbo Bafumi.
All right. Thank you so much, Dolakbo, and thank you, Nen Morandong, for joining us on the conversation this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So, before we play the video, I want to ask you guys a question. Are you stingy with your friendships? You know, there are people that are stingy with everything. Stingy with money, stingy with but there are people that are also stingy with their friendships. Let me just ask what your friendship situation is like. Dolakbo.
I'm not stingy with friendships.
Okay.
And that's because I realize that people are bound by various things. People connect over various things, and man being a social being, there's a possibility that my values can intertwine with yours or intertwine with yours, and yours can intertwine with mine, and that probably may be the bud of a friendship. And so if someone is having friendship with my friend, it's something that brings them together, and that's their business.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's hear you.
I feel like stingy is a word I might not want to use. Yes,
okay.
but I do know that I would feel a certain way if someone who I would love to have in my corner now, begins to drift away and, moves to
someone else.
I know I would feel a certain way. It's not being stingy. Probably because I might have already built a certain level of connection, yes, and a certain level of trust with that person. So now watching the person. Now this feels like a relationship.
I mean, it is.
I feel like everyone can relate to it. So I don't want to use the word stingy, but yes, I know I would feel.
But it's still stingy.
I think. Nen just pointed out something. It's not being stingy. If the friendship is something that is of value, and then be your brother's keeper. If you see that that friendship is just going to be a dead end for this your friend, then you probably may want to pull out a card that says, I don't think this friendship is okay. This, relationship, it's not nice. If it's for the bad, if it's for a bad reason.
Your friend's relationship with another person.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But then if it's something that is good.
Okay, so if it's something that is good, would you mind joining? Like you'd want to be
part of the friendship. What?
I never do trial friendships. Three-way friendships, I never do that.
Okay.
So three-way acquaintance can work, but three-way friendship. And I don't even think you can have two best friends. But I mean, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves on this conversation this morning. But yes, let's go play the video. When we get back, we'll talk in detail.
If you're my friend and for some reason I invite you to hang with another friend of mine whom you had no prior relationship with, you've never met this person before in your life, and afterwards I realized that you went ahead without my knowledge to create your own personal relationship with this person, you're a thief. Yeah. You are who my people call an Ekberima. Onyoshi. That's who you are. Because I don't remember telling you that I was looking for a group friendship. I also don't remember telling you that I like to share. Because if you can steal my friend from me, what else can you steal from me? You know what? I actually don't mind you being acquaintances with people that you met through me. But what do you mean you guys are now having lunch without me and I get to see it on social media? And what do you mean you guys are not planning a vacation without me? The watchword here is without me. I can't trust you. I'm actually scared of you. Because it's given lack of boundaries. It's given no self-awareness, especially because I don't give a shit about your friends. I could hang with your friends multiple times and never contact them.
Well, that's the situation we're trying to address this morning. And in fact, when we put this video on our socials and for people to gather the polls, the reaction seemed to be agreeing somewhat with what she said. But let's hear what your thoughts are. Let's start with you, Dolapo.
One thing is sure is that we have people who are they're very sensitive to things. For me, I believe that human beings interact, and there's something I usually call the human value chain or the human value pyramid, however way you name it. The reason why I'm friends with somebody is because of something. Nobody is friends with anybody just for, oh, I just want to be friends with you. It's either you have not still figured out why you are friend, you're a friend to this person, or you already know. There's a motive behind every friendship.
Absolutely.
So, if somebody is friends with my friend, that's fine. What's joining both of you together? Hope is for the good cause. Because it's for rubbish. I'll be my brother's keeper. I will definitely be my brother's keeper, and then, address such. But if it's for a very good thing, then who knows? There's something we have this ripple effect of things. And there's, like I said, there's something we call human value chain. I tag it as human value chain or the human value pyramid. You have friends who just love you for who you are. You have friends who love you for what you bring to the table. And it's in every human relationship. And then you have friends who just want to use you to climb.
Social climber.
Yes. So by the time you look at the categories of people coming into your life, then you begin to place them in, I'm not saying this is the this is the standard, but it could be used as something. You can try it out. Just is this person a friend of mine? Is this person just, what does this person actually want? There are people that are friends because of what they want from you. The moment you stop being of value, you're trash. And they're needed. Like, it's a healthy, it really adds that
a bit of healthy thing. Right. Let's have you.
Okay, so number one, I feel like the lady in question was being extremely dramatic. Okay. If you ask me, I feel like it's not like a big deal. Going about tagging it as theft and all of that. I mean, this is a human being. It's not a bag or something. That's my opinion. Okay, then again, for friendship, so now we have to differentiate friends and then acquaintances and then for those in school, maybe some classmates and all. While I was in school, I had some certain people who, when I'm in class, we seem to be a bit close. Either coincidentally, we're always sitting together. I can't call that person my friend
absolutely.
because So I feel like that's one of the things people mix up. They mix everything. Every colleague of yours in the office is your friend and all. So I wanted to establish that out. That kept aside. Now, you now feeling, again, we have some people who would want to hold on to someone. How would I put it now? Okay, because you're my friend, you shouldn't interact with any other person. Now we're talking about like a fellow, not even a relationship. They get offended when they see you maybe just speaking to someone, not necessarily even in a friendship. I feel like now that is now you getting to a toxic level of the whole thing. Initially I said I personally would feel a certain way when my own person, trying to maybe form a clique with another person, but there's a boundary line to it. Now coming back to me connecting two friends who have not met before, which was what she said in the video, who had not met before, and I was the one who, introduced them to each other, and then they go behind my back to, make plans, go on dinner dates and all. Well, again, I would certainly not like it. I would certainly not be happy about it. But again, like she said, I think I would sit and probably reevaluate my relationship with this person. Okay, what connects us? What is that thing that connects us together? And what again is connecting she and this other person? Again, they might just be connecting for business.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
They might be connecting for business, they might be connecting for any other thing. So I feel like we might just also broaden it round. But I feel like human nature generally, what is ours, would want to keep it to ourselves.
Absolutely.
But there should be a line. Let's not get too...
Become an obsession.
Exactly. Obsession is the word.
So why, from my point of view, and I would be speaking based on the context of this video, which means that they're very close friends. She and the person she's speaking about are actually very close friends. And what I've come to know about myself is loyalty is very important to me. And when I say loyalty, I mean in every sense of it. I'm the kind of friend who you know that when you have me in your corner, you really have me in your corner. Like you really have me in your corner. I'll tell you everything I know. You know, it's just, let's say there's some inside gist. I'm the friend who will give it to you. You know, maybe no, every other person might just hush, hush, hush. Even the tiniest detail. Even when, let's say you are speaking and someone says, get out or something like that. The silliest thing, I'll tell my friend. Now, I'm not telling you so you can pick a fight. Because sometimes the comments that people pass on about you as my friend shapes how you should be able to interact with them. So I don't leave any tiny detail out in my friendship. So that's how particular I am about my friends. And I expect that exact same energy from my friends as well. Now, what she's speaking about is not, I don't think she's speaking from a point of, oh, I'm obsessing over my friends. And like you rightly said,
you don't think so?
Yeah, like you rightly said, and I'm saying this because I've been in the same circumstance she's trying to explain. And you never truly know until you really experience it. And sometimes you have friends and you expect those friends to be with you in a certain kind of way. Best believe that if Dolapo today introduces me to Nen, right? And tomorrow I and Nen connect, best believe that Dolapo will hear from me first. It's that kind of accountability that I need in friendships. And I think that that's what she's demanding. So she probably didn't express it, you know, as she would love to. But that is the kind of accountability I'll expect in friendships. I don't expect to Dolapo and you to start hanging out and I don't know about it.
And then maybe you see it on social
media.
Yes,
else. Okay.
I won't take it lightly. As a matter of fact, I would distance myself from that friendship because, you know, we have this thing where as human beings, we start to act as though we don't know what happened. I don't know why this person is not talking to me like before. I don't know why this person is acting. I don't know what I did wrong. But everyone knows what they're doing. I promise you, everyone knows what they're doing in the sense that you know what that person is to you. So just like you said, if situations like this now play out, you reevaluate the friendship. It is possible that I took you in a way that you didn't take me.
Exactly.
I pictured you in a way that you didn't picture me.
On my scale of value,
exactly.
you were higher.
You were high.
On your scale of value, I may not. And every time, and interestingly, seasons in life always help us adjust this pyramid.
Absolutely.
So you find out that some people scale up and some people don't. Over time, you find that there's certain friends that you've had for a particular time. You all had the same idea, the same mindset, vision, and everything. And time played out, and then things began to open. And then we're seeing that some of those friends began to lose the value. And so, on your indirectly, it just happens. It's subconsciously on your human pyramid or your human scale, human value scale. You'd see that it begins to drop. These people drop. You don't even know that it has dropped. It is one situation, one particular situation, or an event that can occur, and then you see that this person you see yourself acting that way. No, you are acting based on the value that you have already assessed this person consciously or unconsciously. You have done it, and then this person, well, you're my friend, but right now on the scale of value, you have dropped.
I don't think it's exactly because your value dropped. Right?
No, when I use the term value,
no,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
I understand. Like what you are to me, right?
Exactly. You've grown.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. So you outgrew some things.
Exactly. So there are friends that you speak to every day, right? And I have a friend. As a matter of fact, my best friend. I don't speak to my best friend every day. There was a time when we were speaking every day. There was a time when we were always hanging out. But life happened. Miles across in another country, and I'm here, right? But when we speak every time, anytime we speak, there is a reminder of why we started that friendship in the first place. And there are other friends that actually were in my childhood, but things happened. We realized our values changed. Certain people, principles changed, you know, so we separated. Now, because that value has changed, right? It doesn't change what we shared in the past. I will always consider you Maybe not as my everyday friend now, but I will always consider you based on what we share. They've said to me sometimes that you seem to be making a lot of excuses for this person. We might not be able to sit down and align that we used to, but I don't forget. I don't forget. I never forget what somebody. If you were there for me, even you can think it's just like 100 naira favor or 1,000 naira favor. I never forget, because it's not about the money. It's about the situation that you were able to pull me out from. So, just like she has reiterated, I would personally not find it funny when someone does that to me. You start to hang out with a friend that I connected you to. And, you know, I would even love for you to say, oh, but I like this, your friend, give me your number. Oh, I'll share it to you. I'll share it to you. But when you do it behind my back, it looks like there's an ulterior motive, and it becomes really sneaky. So for me, this is how friendships, this is how I perceive my friendships, and this is how I want it to be.
I feel like this issue as well might just be more relatable to people who have strength for a large number of friends. Because for someone like me, I mean, I might just have one or two. If it's two, okay, I'm doing well. But at the end of the day, my circles are just really very small. So I feel like most of the times this drama might just be relatable for people who tend to
extroverts.
Exactly.
Are you serious? But it's people sometimes it's people that you know by virtue of the work that I do, that we do, right?
I guess.
We get to meet with a lot of people, right? And then you met this person through me. Nothing stops you from saying, what's up, Martha? I think I can do. I've met you a couple times. I can as well go directly to that person to say, oh, really, I really love what you do. Can I have your number? I could have done that. But simple courtesy demands that you maintain the channel with which that relationship was established. And you know, I dislike the fact that when these situations play itself out most times, the person at the other end says, it's not a big deal. Why do you think it's a big deal? It's not such a big deal. But you know, courtesy, it's courtesy. And because other people might want to overlook, doesn't necessarily mean that another person might overlook. Because how Dolapo responds to issues is entirely different from how a Nen will respond to issues. So I just believe that you should respect that chain of like interaction between both parties. I mean, that's how I see it. It might be wrong. In fact, I was telling you guys that a few months back, I hired someone for a client that I had. So I needed somebody to represent me at that client's firm. You know what I mean? So that person is not working there for me. You still report to me, but you're there.
My face.
Exactly. And then I see the person, they started to hang out and all of that. Now, I'm not upset that you guys, of course, you are within the same age grade or whatever, that age group or whatever. So I understand that this kind of things would happen between you guys. But you know, sometimes just a little, oh, I really saw this person there, goes a long way in building your trust. Remember, this is a client I sent you to. So it could have been anything. It could have been interpreted as anything. Oh, are you trying to take my clients for me? Or you're starting to hang out with my client. These details are very important. And you wonder why someone gives you a job today and tomorrow they don't remember you for the same skill that you're in. So it looks like a common thing, but it's a very delicate detail that we ignore most times in human interaction. And I really hope that people understand it better, to be honest.
From the video, I think, just like Nen said, she didn't portray it the way it should be, because we're human beings.
You must interact.
You must interact. And interestingly, I have that kind of a situation here. I met a friend back then in law school. Oh,
they have a story too?
Yes.
Okay.
Back then in law school. And then law school she was exciting and all of that. And we're still friends. And then she has a best friend. And I met her best friend through her. And we're friends as we speak. So and they have their time. I know that. I understand that they are best friends. So when they want to have their best friend moments,
you give them space.
But your friend is aware.
Of course. And sometimes they're like, oh, I saw you there. Although she could be like, I see you. What are you trying to do with my best friend? You know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, relax. There's nothing serious. Me, I know that she's your best friend. So, you know.
Exactly.
And you can have all knew your place from the very beginning.
And it still boils down to that thing. Human value. Everybody has this the way you look at look at a human being, of what value is a human being to you, the next person to you. It might be that this person, the value this person has to you or portrays to you or you hold dearly of this person is a bit, it's not less, but then it has a jurisdiction. It has like a, what they call it, it has a present, that's the word, jurisdiction. It just has a jurisdiction. If he steps outside that jurisdiction, well,
I'm going to ask a question.
Like, what's up? Like, what is the problem? Why are you trying to, that kind of thing. You're going to have a problem seeing that person as a friend, because it has stepped outside that particular value.
So I want to ask you a question. This whole friendship triangle or square or rectangle we're having, do you guys think it's just, our gender?
Female.
Yes. So looks like when it comes to friendship for the guys, it's completely different.
I think it is completely different.
Because
and which is more complicated though?
Female friendships are more complicated.
Female
friendships are more complicated.
I wanted to be on camera.
You know what? Too many secrets. Too many secrets. Too many secrets.
I mean, you see all of us here. You're like, girl, that other one's coding like,
Too many secrets. And because you have told someone, like men, they are more, I would say that their information, the way in which they
senior man, chairman,
your guy can be going through a lot. You have to be his guy's guy for you to know what he's going through. But with a girl, she's more expressive with her emotions. So the next person that is willing to hear her outburst, you guys can bond over that outburst. Can you imagine? I had the most terrible day today. I'm like, I know.
I see the way he spat on me.
You guys can bond over the craziest things. And then, next thing I'm telling you, that's how this guy did that. That's how, and you hear them say, for you to lead this friendship, I would rather just end you and end myself, because you know too much. You know too much. So for female friendships, because we are emotional beings, our friendships tend to be more complicated than it is with the men, But I also do believe that men understand this thing when it comes to respect of jurisdiction, like you said. A man's business partner is a man's business partner.
Stays that way.
Because I introduce you to my business partner does not mean you will take the number. I believe that a man will talk to his man chief first. Yeah, I believe that a man will speak to his man chief first. And in instances where they don't have that conversation almost immediately, I believe that it will always come up, because I've heard I hear them
they
say,
always find a way to say
that your guy, you gave me one or two.
I think even also with guys that have female friends, they feel very if they want to go talk to their fellow guy, wants to go behind and talk to the other the female friend, he's like, guy, alpha now, that your babe. Alpha now.
Do you understand? He doesn't just cross over and he does it. I don't know if you've seen Emily. Have you seen Emily in Paris? It's one of those rom-coms, a very interesting movie like that. So this girl had an ex. Emily had an ex, Alfie. And Alfie started to see her friend, right? Now, Emily would have never had a problem if her friend came to her and said, look, Alfie is growing on me or something like that. But you guys continue to do your thing in secret until someone that knew now told Emily that you guys had a thing. Those kind of things can break friendships. It will hurt somebody. It will hurt me, to be honest. Not because I have feelings for that person, but I expect that, just as I share with you, this is an important information that you also need to tell me. But yes, let's talk about how to, maybe we should go on a quick break, right? We'll go on a quick break. When we get back, we'll talk about how to fix broken relationships. See you.
Correro, your front row seats to the most pressing issues, from the corridors of power to the heart of our communities. We bring you unfiltered insight, fearless journalism, and the conversations that matter. And I invite you to this big conversation table as we analyze the top stories, ask the tough questions, and hold power to account. News that informs, analysis that empowers, debate that drives change. Correro, the big conversation. Every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Rapid TV.
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We have been having a conversation centered around friendships. This is the girl code, by the way. Is there such a thing as stealing a friend? I believe so, strongly, affirmatively believe so. But Obafemi Dolakbo thinks different, and then Moran's done. Yilma Zaka also has her thoughts on that. But now, let's talk about that friend. I'll just give you my opinion straight away. If they can steal you, just go. Like, if you are capable of being stolen, just follow the thief and go. Like, there's no, we don't need any drama. We don't have to talk about it. Just go. You found happiness elsewhere. It breaks my heart to see you go, but please go since you found happiness. But if they steal your friend, it's sick that I'm using that language, but in situations where your friendships become complicated because of things that we have explained earlier, how do you address such a friendship?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay.
I think addressing what exactly caused the issue should be
Paramount.
should be paramount, should be looked into. And then I would always say that also look inward yourself. Where is it that, what did you do? Did you overplace this person in your life? Because I think we always do that as human beings. Just because we feel connected to somebody, and then yes, we're pouring out, we feel that, oh, the person does, we expect the same in return. And we realize that we're humans. Humans will make mistakes. We have flaws. We have issues. And life will always keep changing us, making us better or making us worse. So you find out some people tilt towards being, we don't know exactly what made this person leave, you know, I would say, okay, I don't know what made this person leave me for this person. Can I find out what the reason was? And it might interest you to know that it's possibly because there's something they are doing together that you don't really have capacity for. So would you now want to stay, would you not want to be bitter? Because I feel bitterness and stuff is junk in your heart. You can't move, you can't do anything. It's hurtful. Would you want to subject your health? Girls, hormones. Do you want to subject your hormones to such? And when you see the person,
your blood is boiling.
You're boiling, and then the pimples start coming out. Do you want to start all of that to yourself? Do you want to do that to yourself? Or do you want to see that this person becomes a better person? If this person is becoming a better person by leaving, I know I don't have the capacity to do this. What exactly has caused this person to leave? Is it that I don't have the capacity at this point to help this person or to give this value to this person?
Don't you think there are things that can be sorted out with a proper conversation?
It can. That's why I said that it's something that you look inward and then outward, then communicate with each other. And if the person too is understanding, you now realize where your friend, we put the friendship on the table. Please, where I is in your life, where you is in my life. I don't know that. Like, I'm not saying at this point, what is it? What have I done?
The purpose of this?
Yes, what have I done that you didn't like, that has made you? It could be possible that there were a series of things you were doing, and some people keep quiet. They just like, they would rather they avoid conversations like that. And you know you have that kind of friend that avoids conversations. But then there are things you're doing and you don't know you are doing. Are you seeing?
But that's not a fair, I wouldn't say that that's a fair deal, because if we are in friendships, and I've said it many times to my friends, if we're in friendships and we don't have the ability to call each other out, we shouldn't be friends in the first place. Because if you keep personally, I mean, this can come off as wrong, offensive to anybody else. I dislike agreeable people. I dislike people who everything goes for.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm scared of you.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm scared of you because your tendencies, you have not tapped into your tendencies yet. You can become anything through anything. So when a person is agreeable, I kind of find it difficult to really connect with you on a very deeper level. I like introspective people, people that know what they want. Maybe not the full picture, but at least they know that I don't like when these or this connects. Maybe we should turn it over like this. Maybe we should do it like this. These people are problem solvers. People that always are willing to look at things from a different perspective. And it becomes even more difficult in the world today because there's a summarized version of everything online. So introspective thinking becomes difficult. Cognitive learning is so hard in this era we find ourselves. I can find a summary about myself, something I didn't write. I can find it online. And people can just run with anything as long as it is summarized. So I believe that any friendship that does not have the liberty to tell you exactly as it is.
Of course.
The goal is always to make each other better.
Yeah.
So we're calling it off
I
at
do
that
the same.
point.
I tell my friend, I'm like,
Okay,
Nah.
so for me, I feel like, I don't know, personally, I treat relationship and friendship separately, and I don't think there's any friendship worth dying for. So, of course.
You don't think there's any
agree.
friendship worth dying for?
Okay, like based on what we are talking about, like you are obviously, at the end of the day, I am still going to go in line with what both of you said, right? Even if I might have done something wrong that pushed you away from me to the other person, why are we friends if you can't tell me, right?
Absolutely.
And different scenarios. So if the whole you drifting away lasted for a while and I already got used to living my life without you, I don't think I might bring up a conversation with you as to what went wrong. I will just continue my life without you.
But do you know
That's the truth.
do you know we can't build anything solid or permanent
way?
like that? Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, maybe me personally, my attention might not go there from the beginning, but if it is something I don't. Let me just be honest with you guys. I don't know how I want to see my friend and me saying, "Come, I noticed you've been close. What is going on?" It might be easier in a relationship circle, but I don't know how to do it with a friend. Like, it is we are friends. If there's something wrong, you should let me know. Maybe this is an issue, but me personally, like I said, I think if it gets to a point where we're drifting apart, I would just take it that, okay, you probably just
the hand
prefer,
of God.
and I'll just let it go. Seriously, I personally don't have,
you wouldn't want to
maybe
call
it's
them
something I
out?
need to work on, but I personally don't have that strength to be fighting for a friendship. I, number one, allow my kind of, I got to a point in my life, of course, where I was personally trying to, pick my friends, my circle. But a large number of the ones I already had were people who maybe an event or something, like life, situation just aligned us and we moved, and eventually I actually saw that, okay, there were value, was serving value in that friendship. But when we now get to that point where you're moving this way, I just tell myself that, okay, it looks like your service here or my service in your life is over and you have to move to the next. And I just relax.
I think Nen pointed out something very interesting, is knowing where your season ends in someone's life, and then you don't need to push, you don't need to press for it. And I think it's a problem we have, we struggle with. We see that there is so much that you can give somebody, and there is so little as well you can still give. So what you can give, what I can give you can be more. And probably what I'm giving Nen to, because of her make, can be less. And because of your uniqueness, it can be more. So if we understand that, at this point, this is where it is for me. This is my work, like, let me use that word in I think it's Lion King. My work here is done. That kind of thing. Like, so my time here is done. You just it's not something. And then if I see, like you said, if I see you in the nearest future, oh hi, hello, how you doing, how's family? But then the close proximity that we shared may not be as close as much as before, but then I won't diss you or put you.
Yes, and communication will still go on.
Exactly.
Yes. I personally have, in fact, I had a friend, we were very close friends in university. In fact, we were best friends. And school was over, everyone went to different parts of the country to serve and all of that. And currently, as it is, I almost want to say the relationship is struggling to survive. But basically, whenever we get to speak, we speak extensively. But one of the things I noticed was within the time we left school, and she went her way, I went my way. We individually had different exposures, different growth level. One of the way I noticed was she lost her dad some years ago, and I traveled down to be with her for her dad's burial. And I noticed that I was struggling to have some kind of conversations with her. And then I noticed that the Nen of then, the Nen and Blessing of then, was certainly not the same people now. So there was like a very... So you can't, I can't now say yes. So just as you said,
I think
that was that season. But now because I'm in a different season doesn't mean I will now discard her. We speak, but of course not like before. Or, you know. So
I think you need to learn how to interact with them in the season that you're in.
yes.
Exactly.
Because it's not necessarily about dissing them completely or discarding them. It's learning how to. And as a matter of
Manage
fact, I
people.
believe that we come into the lives of people for a reason.
Yes.
Yes.
And whether our reason there is done or not, we always have a mark there, and they would always have a mark there.
Yes.
There are people that I met for like just 1 month or 2 months, but I can never forget them. It's not because they gave me the world, but because what we had for that very short period meant a lot to me. And like I said, I don't easily forget. And maybe I'm like the lady in that video, like I hold on to friendships a lot. Yes, I know when to let it go. Don't get it wrong. But the truth is, there's always a spot of me that will always resonate with that person because of what we shared. In fact, I had quick story. I had a friend, childhood friend. We grew up together. She was always spending holidays in my home. You know, I was spending holidays sometimes at her home and all of that. And then all of a sudden, we separated because life happened. Schools became different. Our values became different. So we all wanted different things from life. And because of that, the exposure she had was conflicting with what I had. Our values no longer aligned. We had almost the same upbringing, but our values didn't align. Made friends, good or bad, she made friends. And then close to the wedding, naturally, and you're cheap by Smith now. Who do you want to give it to? Like, I don't really know. It's me now. I know you guys, but all of a sudden she reached out. She was like, "Oh, I have this person, another of our friend, and that friend had to travel out of the country. Then the other person that she had made her chief bridesmaid disappointed her and said was not going to come. So on the day of the wedding, she reached out to me and was like, "Oh, now
On the day of the wedding?
yeah, now as I'm speaking to you, I hate myself
For accepting?
for accepting to help her, you know. But again, what I'm trying to say is, there were times, difficult times, that if I explain it to you with words today, you would never understand that we went through. Because of that, I cannot abandon you because of what we shared then. Am I upset? Yes. Are we friends like before? Absolutely not. But you know you can count on me. That's how it is with me. You know you can still count on me. But so I think that people should understand the kind of friendships that they're in and the kind of relationships that they're in. You cannot want to approach relationship A the way you do with B or the way you do with C.
Of course.
You need to understand it. I am particular about my friendship. If I bring you somewhere, right, let me know what happens there. That's how I am, because I will let you know. You know, don't go behind my back to do anything. I don't like sneaky people. If I cannot trust you, I don't like it. I don't like it when I have to.
Sneaky people.
Exactly. I don't like it. So it doesn't cost you anything to throw in a word. It doesn't cost you anything to just say it. You can laugh about it. It's not a big deal. I meet people every day. You can meet people every day that you align with. So I think this is just basically it for me. What are your wrap-up words?
Humans will be humans. No, humans will be humans. But then we need to understand how to manage each other and manage everyone that comes into our lives. Not everyone needs to have access to your home.
Absolutely.
Not everyone needs to have access to your heart. But I think, like I said, there is we need to develop the love for humanity. It's dwindling really bad. But when we do that, we will know how to relate with everyone with where they are, who they are. And then it doesn't taint who you are, doesn't change who you are, and doesn't disrupt your values as well.
Okay. Let's hear you then.
Okay,
Wrap it up.
seasons come and seasons go, same with friends. But I think I would just say let's not forget to appreciate the people that have in either of our seasons, you know, touched our lives. They might be people who you are no longer in, you know, constant communication with, but do well to, you know, always extend that appreciation and gratitude, because just as we've said, each and every person that came into your life must have touched you in one way or the other. So while yes, we are saying understand and know who, you know, where you stand in each person's life and the kind of friends and the groupings and all of that. But also do well to appreciate those people, you know, who have little here and there.
Contributions.
Drops, yes.
All right, this is where we draw the curtain for the girls' code. Some days we call it the girls' code. Some days we call it the girls' hangout. But whatever it is, the girls get to be in the studio. And we had a fantastic time. I think that this conversation is super important to have with your own friends. That's why I'll redirect you to our YouTube page where you can share conversations like this with your friends. It is at Official Rapid TV. And then our website is www.rbnradiotv.com. Do well to also leave us a message on our socials. Let us know you're watching on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. It is at Rapid TV. We will see you there. Thank you so much for being a part. My name is Martha Alu. Do not steal my friends. I will see you tomorrow.